Guys, the EWC event was actually pretty amazing, except for the tech pauses. But we're going to get into a recap of the actual event, the series, the games, talk about who was good, who wasn't. Let's start with Group A here. Obviously, Energy and KC are going to qualify through this every single day. If you want to watch a series from this group, watch that Energy Karmine Corp matchup because it was actually pretty amazing. Energy starting slow, but then they start getting hot in games 3 and 4, but KC hold them off in an overtime game 5. Watch that series, lots of fun. But let's get into Group B here. We weren't really worried about Dignitas here. We knew that they were going to make it through. Who we were worried about was between Team Secret and Gen G, who was going to qualify in that second spot. I did predict Gen G to win this first game and then Team Secret to win in the lower final, which is exactly what happened. Once stuff is really on the line for this team, for Gen G, for some reason they just can't seem to play their play style that they want, and Team Secret just keep getting better and better. I'm excited to see them at Worlds. I will say Wildcard did look back to their normal selves, which isn't saying they're amazing, but they looked not horrible like they did at Raleigh. I honestly thought they were going to win the series versus Secret, but in classic OC fashion, they lose in Game 5 after giving you hope. But I am excited to see them at World as well. Hopefully, they're on an upward trend. Group C is what everyone is calling the group of death, and it really was. Falcons, off of their LAN win at Raleigh, obviously are going to qualify. They do, although Game 5 versus GK, good series, but Falcons in control. And then they sweep Ultimates to qualify, not too difficult. In this group, Furia did fall flat. They only scored a total of 5 goals in this event, which is very odd for Furia. They're a very high-flying, aggressive team. So it was weird to see them not be able to score. Ultimates looking good against them, but not against Falcons or GK. I will say GK did look really good, so that's not too much of a knock on Ultimates and Furia. But GK coming in as the 16th seed. We know they're not really the 16th seed. Obviously doing really well. Them and Falcons qualifying. Group D, the last group. There is probably the one big upset of this of these group stages was Space Station. You'll see them qualifying in the lower bracket here. They did beat Twisted Minds in the lower bracket final, which was a pretty big upset. After, especially if you guys didn't know, Space Station played Vitality as their first match, where they got destroyed in game 1 and then had a 2-hour tech pause, which is absolutely insane. So they come back for game 2, get beat 2 goals, whatever, maybe SSG can take the next game, and then 16-2. And you're probably asking, how does that even happen? It happens because SSG literally stopped playing, which is super unprofessional and should never happen, and was probably one of the craziest things I've watched live ever. Not something I was expecting. And so their mental absolutely shocked, and so I expected them to just continue to be shocked and for them to just go out. But they did beat TSM, and then looked amazing against Twisted Minds, and so they qualify, which made our playoff bracket which, spoilers, we're going to talk about each of these matches though really fast. Let's continue on Space Station here, versus Falcons. Falcons looking really good. They still look like their Rally selves, but SSG, the series score does not do these games justice, because SSG actually did look really good. This is the rare time where a team that lost still had their stocks rise, in my opinion, in my eyes. They kept it close. They kept it competitive. I thought they looked really good. I had tweeted this, that I really wish SSG had played literally anyone else in this top 8, because it would have been a closer series. I think they could have beat Team Secret. I think they could have beat Energy. I think they could have beat Dignitas. And then I think they would have had close series with GK and Energy. Falcons and KC though, probably not. But speaking of KC versus Team Secret, KC looking back to their split 1 selves, where they just dominate. Secret could never get a foothold here. Wasn't too difficult. Team Vitality continued to be the kryptonite for Energy. I thought Energy might be able to win here. They looked better. They took game 1. I thought they had specifically prepared for this team, but obviously not enough. They continue to just be a thorn in the side of NRG, which means NRG did make a top 4 for the first time in like 2 years, which is pretty insane. GK, Dignitas. GK looking really, really good, and Dignitas looking really, really bad. I would say Appjack really keeps Team Dig on the offense really, really well when he's playing well, and if he's not playing well, this team kind of falls apart. He's an integral part of this team, and he did not look super great. And I'm not too worried, to be honest. I think Dig will bounce back. I think Worlds, they'll have a good event. They'll be a contender, I think. But GK looking really, really good. Speaking of them, they do go and then beat Team Vitality in a Game 7 cinema. I will say GK looked really, really good, but Vitality had control of this series. Game 7, I really thought they were going to win, but they look so good. Zen hit some pretty insane shots. Go watch the highlights from here. He hit this tight skim into the top right corner of the net to make the winning goal of game, I want to say game 5, I think it was. But game 7, Vitality still looking really, really good, and then they just make one massive mistake that GK can capitalize on, and then they lose. In this case, I think it was like Exotic goes for a ball he shouldn't have, and Monkey Moon and Zen are both front post, and someone can just shoot back post, and it's just open. So it was a lame way to lose for Vitality, but good win for GK. Other semifinal, KC versus Team Falcons. If you're gonna watch a series from this event, watch this series, please. It is the epitome of Rocket League. Falcons and KC both looking really, really good. I am excited to watch these teams at Worlds. It did only go to 6, but I mean, it felt like a Game 7 cinema series. Please go watch it. Pretty insane team play, I would say. So many passes, so many fakes. It was so confusing to watch as a spectator because you think someone's going to shoot it on both sides, and they fake it, and then they fake it again. Lots of fun. Go watch the series. But that makes Karmine Corp GK our grand final. But let's talk about this third place match here. Weird. Felt weird. Now, they did it for club points because this is, more than just Rocket League. And there's like a $40,000 difference between third and fourth. But it just felt weird. It didn't seem like either team were really super into it. They were still trying their best, obviously. But, it wasn't super hype because of that reason. Vitality, literally the same as their match before. They were in control, I felt like. I thought they were going to win again. Then massive mistake at the end where Exotic basically owned goals and Monkey Moon can do nothing about it on 0 seconds, which will do it. Now, KC, GK, KC show their dominance. This puts them as the favorites in my eyes for Worlds. GK looking good, but not against KC. KC really shut down, especially Archie, I would say. I think Archie is pretty integral, or he was in their semifinal match, making integral saves and setting up his teammates really well off of the goal line. But against Karmine Corp, there's just so much pressure. Archie can't keep it all out. And so KC dominate. And so KC Falcons going in as the 1-2 favorites for me headed into Worlds. I will come out with a video of power rankings for y'all. My thoughts and opinions on that before Worlds. But let me know in the comments below what you thought of this event. I thought it was pretty great, except for the tech pauses. Like, man, insane amount of tech pauses. Let me know your guys' thoughts below in the comments. Like and subscribe as always, and I will see you guys in my next video.